Tom Kozlowski at Lighthouse Wealth Management here, and we thought we would reach out to you with a post-election, post-vaccine announcement update. As all of you know, it's been kind of a hectic time here with the election. There was a lot of uncertainty, and if we go back to before the election, we actually saw the market drop the week before, and we do believe it was because of uncertainty. We saw that the polls were indicating there might be a blue wave, yet the polls were obviously wrong back in 2016, and they proved to be wrong again here in 2020. And right after the election, because the markets perceive that we have more certainty with President-elect Biden and what looks to be a split Congress, we saw the markets rally. And actually, we think that this could be the best of all worlds as far as how the markets and the economy will view this. So as far as the markets go, when the markets rallied, one of the things that we believe why it rallied is because not a lot would be getting done. And markets like that a lot. They like to know what's going to be happening, whether it's policy, tax policy, and so forth. Jeremy Siegel, who is a CNBC contributor, he's also a professor at the Wharton School of Business. He did some research and he looked back, and since 1944, when we had a Democratic president and a split Congress, the markets averaged 13% that following year. And it's we think it's being set up to have a very positive year going into 2021. We now have still low inflation. We have the Federal Reserve keeping rates low. The economy, even with all of COVID going on, has done well. We actually set a record for GDP, although it comes off of a record low GDP. And really what it seemed like the markets were waiting for was some type of positive news on the vaccine. And of course, on Monday we got it. So Dr. Fauci recently came out and felt like by the end of April, if he's correct, that most all of Americans will have access at least to the vaccine if they want to take it. And the markets responded. I think you saw at least overnight, the Dow was up over 1,700 points. Didn't hold all that. I think it ended up about half of that, somewhere around 900 points. And we saw areas of the market that had not performed well start to take off. And it was this rotation. So the area that had done really well before this announcement were those, if you will, stay-at-home stocks. Those areas of the market like Zoom, and you saw the online ordering like through Amazon and so forth do real well. Now those companies we think are still going to continue to do well, but as far as the market goes, what we saw is a rotation into those areas that were depressed. We saw a lot of money flowing into the airline stocks, the travel stocks. Matter of fact, the three top stocks over the last couple of days have been mall REITs, real estate investment trusts with malls. Now, the reason we think that is because the technology area or technology-led market, a lot of the, if you want to say, easy money has been gained on that over the last several months. And with the prices depressed of a lot of these other areas, we saw money flowing into them. So I think that's more of a short-term phenomenon. Certainly over the next month or two, we could continue to see some of that. But for the longer term, and I say longer term, at least for the next year or so, we think that the same areas that were leading before will continue to lead, and that some of these other areas are just really catching up. We've had a lot of calls before the election and concerns. Obviously, there's still some concerns over there right now in terms of what the Senate will look like, but the market's kind of pricing in that we have that we'll have a President Biden, and that we are likely to have a Republican Senate, which again bodes really, really well for the financial markets. So with that, if anybody has any questions, we're always here. Please feel free to give us a call. But again, we're looking forward to hopefully a really strong 2021 economy, and hopefully the market follows through. Thanks, everyone.